Have you ever trusted someone so deeply that their betrayal didn't just break your heart, it broke something inside your soul? Some betrayals don't come with blood or scars. They come with silence, with the moment you realize the person you would have protected with your life was quietly dismantling yours. That kind of pain doesn't fade, it transforms you. It strips away illusion and leaves you face to face with one brutal truth. Not every offense deserves forgiveness, because some betrayals are not mistakes. They are decisions. And forgiving them doesn't make you noble. It makes you naive. The Stoics didn't preach blind mercy. They taught clarity. They taught strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "To be tolerant with others' mistakes is one thing. To tolerate what destroys your peace is another." In this video, we'll uncover 3 betrayals that a Stoic never forgives, not out of hatred, but out of self-respect. Because peace isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about protecting your boundaries and walking away when someone crosses them. Let's begin. Number 1. Deception. The poison that destroys relationships. Deception doesn't start with a knife. It starts with a smile, with trust, with shared moments that make you believe you're safe. And that's what makes it lethal. It kills quietly. Every betrayal begins as a story of closeness. A friend, a partner, a brother. They don't destroy you in one strike, they study you. They learn your rhythm, your trust, your weaknesses. And one day, when it benefits them most, they use it. That's the nature of deception. It doesn't announce itself. It pretends to care while it feeds on your belief in goodness. And when the mask finally slips, it's not just the relationship that collapses. It's your sense of judgment. You begin to question everything. How did I not see it? How could I have been so blind? But the Stoic doesn't dwell in that pain. He studies it. Marcus Aurelius taught, if someone deceives you, once the fault is theirs. If twice, it's yours. The wise man learns not to hate the deceiver, but to guard his peace. Deception, when revealed, becomes your teacher. It teaches you to see not just words, but patterns. Not just promises, but behavior. And when you see that clearly, forgiveness is no longer a virtue, it's a boundary. Forgiveness doesn't mean reopening the door. It means closing it quietly, completely, without malice. Because pretending that poison can be turned into medicine is how men lose their peace again and again. So if someone once smiled while betraying you, remember this: you are not weak for trusting, but you will be if you let them back in. The Stoic man forgives in silence, but he never forgets what truth revealed. He doesn't carry anger. He carries awareness, and that awareness is his shield. Never mistake calmness for forgetfulness. The calm man remembers and rebuilds stronger. Number 2. Disloyalty. The silent collapse of trust. Disloyalty rarely explodes. It whispers. It hides in polite smiles and empty reassurances, in people who swear loyalty only when it's convenient. And when you finally see it, it's already too late. The damage is done not in a single act, but through 1,000 small betrayals that erode your foundation piece by piece. Loyalty isn't measured in words or gestures. It's proven in silence, when no one is watching, when the reward is gone, when it costs something to stay. That's when true character shows. And when that moment comes, most people fail. They trade loyalty for advantage, truth for comfort, and friendship for opportunity. You see, disloyalty isn't just a broken promise. It's the slow decay of integrity. It's the realization that someone you'd defend in every room would secretly mock you in another. That the hand you lifted up was quietly preparing to push you down. And still, Many men hesitate. They excuse it. They rationalize it. Maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe things will change. But disloyalty never changes. It only becomes more sophisticated. The Stoics never told us to hate those who fail us. They taught us to see clearly. Epictetus wrote, "You become what you tolerate." If you keep tolerating betrayal, you are not forgiving. You are participating. There comes a moment when a man must choose peace over proximity, to let go of those who mistake your loyalty for weakness. Because the truth is simple. The people who talk behind your back were never standing beside you. A Stoic doesn't argue with betrayal. He doesn't plead with disloyalty. He recognizes it and walks away. No anger, no announcement, no regret. Forgiveness doesn't mean keeping someone in your life. It means removing them without hate. Because some people deserve understanding, but not access. When you've been loyal to the wrong people, the lesson is not bitterness, it's boundaries. And when you finally stop explaining your worth to those who took you for granted, your silence becomes your power. Real loyalty is rare, that's why it's sacred. And once it's broken, rebuilding it is like trying to fix shattered glass. You may glue it together, but it will never be clear again. A wise man accepts that truth, not with despair, but with peace. Because he knows protecting his loyalty begins with protecting his peace. Number 3, broken trust. When the foundation collapses. Not every collapse makes a sound. Sometimes it's quiet. It happens in the silence between two people who once swore loyalty, but no longer look each other in the eye. Broken trust doesn't just destroy connection, it destroys direction. Because when you can't trust someone, you start doubting your own perception. You question your memory, your instincts, your sense of what's real. And that is the most dangerous kind of betrayal, the one that makes you lose faith in yourself. You can spend years building something with care, a friendship, a partnership, a bond. But all it takes is one act of cowardice, one hidden agenda, one moment of weakness, and everything you believed in begins to collapse. That's the brutal truth Stoicism forces us to face. Some things once broken cannot be rebuilt. We often stay, not because it's right, but because it's familiar. We cling to history, to comfort, to the hope that maybe this time they'll be different. But history has a pattern, and character repeats itself. As Seneca wrote, "The scars you hide for others will eventually destroy you." Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same. You can forgive someone in your heart and still never allow them close again. That's not coldness, it's self-respect. It's understanding that the Stoic path is not about tolerating poison. It's about protecting peace. A man who values himself doesn't chase explanations. He observes, he accepts, and then he detaches. Not in anger, but in clarity. He rebuilds not over broken foundations, but on new ground, firmer, wiser, untouchable. Because real strength isn't how loudly you fight for loyalty. It's how calmly you walk away from what no longer deserves your trust. Remember this. When trust dies, the relationship dies with it. And no amount of hope can resurrect what someone was willing to bury. Choose peace over proximity. Choose clarity over comfort. And most of all, choose yourself. Because the man who forgives wisely walks alone peacefully. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment below. Your words may help another man find clarity in his own storm. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Stoic Deep, where we study ancient wisdom to build modern strength. New videos every week, calm, powerful, unshaken. Remember Marcus Aurelius's timeless truth. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So choose your thoughts wisely. Protect your peace fiercely. And never ever forgive the kind of betrayal that destroys who you are.